What is up, my friends? It's Gwenting here, and welcome for another fireside chat on a wonderful day where we're just kicking it, chilling, waiting for my screen to pop up. As we wait for my screen to pop up, I would just like to say, what a great patch note day. Okay, I gotta change that. What a great patch note day. I'm hype. I actually read these ones beforehand because the last few have been good, but kind of like, I don't know, niche. Maybe that's a good way to describe it. And I wanted something that was more feed the masses, you know? Give it to us. Tell us what it's all about. I'm trying to like get out of the way of my screen here, but it's being problematic to me, so I'm trying to move over as far as I can. You guys should still be able to read this up here, but I do like the weatherman pose. We're just going to be doing it reclined today. All right, keyword. Timer has changed to, counter has changed to timer. It's the same except for the fact that it resolves itself before turn end. Thank goodness. This is going to be huge for megascopes. Yeah, huge deal for megascopes. Also, I forgot to put in my invisalign liners, so welcome to my personal life. This is how we live here in Gwenting's neighborhood. But now you all know why I sound weird when I whistle when I talk. All right. So, counter is here. You're now going to be able to get Megascope resolving before turn end. So I think Unseen Elder will still proc at the end of turn. So I see Unseen Elder and Flater combo being really, really good with that. As kind of like almost like a full test Dunbanner combo, where it's just going to automatically tick you 4 points every turn. And presumably it would cap if there were like veiled units where they died or something like that. But in the current meta, I think you'd be totally fine. Yeah, my fine sounds really weird because it doesn't like whistle through my teeth. Oh, real life. This is real life. Okay. Rewards, contracts, types of trinkets, blah, blah, blah. I think most people are going to be redoing Siri just because remember that you can go to like level 150. I think I got to like level 115. But she has stuff at level 150. So Geralt, after you get 100, you're done. So I would, if you never finish Siri, this is a great time to finish Siri. I think most people that I know struggled to finish Siri. All right, jumping into it. So a lot of these are just like the tooltip name changed. Just note that how it resolves is different, and the only one I think that's really gonna matter for is probably, actually two. And it'll be a surprise. We'll get to it. Won't matter for Siri Dash. Like, you're drawing the card, it's kind of irrelevant. That doesn't really interact with anything unless it's like with Eastred, but he's already on the board, so it doesn't really matter. Hengate is awesome. So it's now an Echo card. You damage an enemy unit by 5, and basically the idea here is you want to death blow it, banish it, and then you store its soul in the sword. So that's what you get off death blow. And then when you play it again off Echo, you're going to damage an enemy unit by 5 and spawn and play the base copy of that unit. So you're going to be able to play that into a later turn. Roach coming back here? I think so. I think that this makes Roach super cool. But we'll get to that. Mysterious, that'll probably be one of the first decks I play if I'm being totally honest. Mysterious Puzzle Box. Note that the provision cost did not change. So this is like now 10 points of damage regardless. So you have 10 points of removal straight up with Hengate, split between 2 rounds. So that's pretty reasonable in my opinion. Definitely worth it. Definitely worth the provisions. Mysterious Puzzle Box. It was just missing Disloyal, I think. Yeah, I think that was it. And they might have added Adrenaline too. No, I think that was on there before. I don't know. Nobody really played it that late into a round. No, it's not even tempting that late. You want to play it early to have more options. Portal tooltip is now timer. Note that, okay, so it is going to matter for portal. Okay, a third one. I forgot about portal. If it summons an engine, like it's not a lot of 4 provision engines. I would think like a lackey. When you gain a coin, then it boosts itself by 1 that turn. So like for Syndicate, so that one will be good. Ring of Favor is changed from 8 to 9 provisions, and initial boost changed from 4 to 3. I don't think this really changes the card at all. It's still like crazy high boost into a long round 1 to secure round 1 or to give you a thin. Still super worth it. It's like the same. It's like Roach on roids. So it doesn't feel equal to me at all. Shere Khan now has timer. He's gonna boost himself. It doesn't matter really for him. There's nothing that I can't think of a card that's like boost self by amount another unit is boosted this turn, but it might matter later on. Sahil, oh, this one looks so cool. I'm so psyched to play this. So provision gets boosted from 11 to 1. It's no longer an artifact. It is a special card. You damage an enemy unit by 1. Death blow. Play a bronze card from your hand, then move Sahil back to your hand. Initiative also increase the damage by 1 for the rest of the game. So if it's the first thing you do every turn, you can just kind of stack up this value. I could see this working really well for like Nilfgaard spies. For Cart would be a great combo play with it. You just wouldn't get the initiative. But like once you get to a high enough damage level, it doesn't really matter if you're getting initiative proc to increase the damage. Strike Aboard tooltip adjusted to include the new timer keyword. Yeah, no, Tesham is definitely going to be Nilfgaard's favorite. Chairman will just bring that up in chat. We're getting there. So Strike Aboard is going to do that draw card. It's similar to Syria. I don't think it really changes much. Summoning Circle, provision change from 6 to 8. Change to Resilience. Deploy. Choose a unit from your deck and set the counter to that unit's provision cost. Before the end of turn, remove a counter from self for each adjacent unit. When the counter reaches 0, summon the chosen unit from your deck to this row and destroy self. So this is kind of a cool thing. It's a little bit like Portal, but you can do it with higher value targets. Don't do it to Ikern. Don't be stupid. Don't do it to Ikern. That's all I'm going to say. Tesham Mutinous Sword. Card changed from artifact to special. Ability change your damage enemy unit by 5. Repeat once for each status it has. I see this working really well with Philippe Van Morlehem and forget what they're called, but the other, the Seditious Aristocrats, I think? No, they're the spying ones. It's the other Van Morlehem character who copies all statuses on a unit and puts them on a different unit. So you could like stack a whole bunch of different statuses onto a unit and do 5 points of damage. I think like up to, I think there are like 7 statuses. So it could be nuts. Okay, the one I had in mind though is Villain Trenton Mirth. So because he's resolving this before you take a turn, you could have like Shere Khan after him in turn order. Shere Khan, for example, would boost himself at the same time as Villain Trenton Mirth. But if Villain Trenton Mirth is to the left of him, then he's going to go first. Destroy the biggest unit that's not himself. Shere Khan's still only 2 points, and then Shere Khan would go up. So if the opponent had like an 8-point unit, it would kill the 8-point enemy unit instead of Shere Khan. I think this would matter for like Aglais as a good example. She boosts herself at the end of turn, so this would happen before end of turn. I don't know that he's going to get play again. He's still a little bit of a wonky card, but it's possible. You know what he would go really well with that we should try out is Elves. There's no big units in Elves, really. Mastercrafted Spear, change from artifact to special, provision change from 7 to 6, ability change you damage an enemy unit by 6, death blow, damage another enemy unit by excess damage. Basically, you're just like, you can do 6 total points of damage here. I don't think this one's going to get played that much, but who knows. Megascope now is going to summon the unit before end of turn, so that's before end of turn resolves take place, so that's going to be awesome. Petrie's Filter, provision change from 7 to 5. You're now boosting on deploy instead of combined with the order, and then the order is going to give it Zeal. So that's pretty boss. Thunderbolt changed from 8 to 5. This is a huge change for starter decks. And you're getting 6 total points of boost, 3 on deploy, 3 on order. I think it's a great change. Wyvern Scale Shield looks like one of the most fun. Provision change from 7 to 4, so very includable. It is a special card, boost an allied unit by 4 and give it a shield. So it's 4 for 4 plus the shield. So it's pretty reasonable. Kind of similar to Sentry and Artificer. Or like Griffin, Witcher, Adept. While in your graveyard, though, when you play a unit, give it a shield, then banish itself. So basically, like, you're boosting unit, giving it a shield, and then the next unit that you play is going to get a shield, too. So maybe we'll see this included into a Ragnar deck. Since it's a bronze card, you could include 2 of them. We'll see. I'm not sold on that, but who knows. Monsters. Arrakis Queen. Ability change to deploy, consume an allied unit. Orders. Spawn and play Arrakis Nest, Death Wish, spawn and play a base copy of consumed unit on this row. It is pretty nuts that you're getting a deploy plus an order plus a Death Wish. This card, I don't know why they're stacking it like that, but it's pretty broke. I think maybe the idea here is to incentivize players to leave it on the board and then have it get locked or something like that. But usually most people doing like a Madoc spam or like a Gurney spam are putting it behind Cave Troll. So I don't know. Follow your heart. It feels like it's making a really good card. Amazing. I feel like they had an idea in their mind of something they wanted to see get play and it didn't. So now they're like, play this card more so you can figure out the card combo. We want you guys to play with it. I don't know. Old Spirit Tip of Sleep is now timer. Don't really see a big change there for him. Ritual Sacrifice, name change to Brewis Ritual. This one looks so cool. Power set to 5, revision change from 8 to 11, so it's kind of expensive now, but it is a unit. I'm guessing it's going to be another Relic, so that's going to be cool for Relic decks. And then I think this works really well with certain Relic decks. Look at ability change to Death Wish, summon 2 random bronze Death Wish units from your deck to this row. So it still has Death Wish synergy, which is slightly weird, but you could do this with like Necrophages. It does have kind of anti-synergy with Weavess incantation. Or Wispess? No, it's Weavess, right? Whatever. The one that is like activate Death Blow ability when you play it. I always get those two mixed up. My Tryptophobia makes it so I just can't engage with them. Hybrid ability change to melee. Deploy. If a unit was concerned during his turn, boost self by 4. Deploy range, consume an allied unit. Stupid card, and this feels like an even dumber. It was technically an engine before, and now it's like just dumb. I don't know. We'll see. Brand Warrior, provision change from 5 to 4. This is a big deal. I think we'll see this get played a little bit more this next season. He's such a fun card to play with Consumes and Glusty. Nilfgaard Masquerade Ball is going back down to 14. Nilfgaard players rejoice. Amnesty goes from 6 to 5. That makes like the Enslaved 7 deck a little bit more playable. You might be able to add Coup in there, actually. Who knows? Northern Realms, Amphib goes to 13 to 14. Queen of Meve now has timer keywords. So remember, now this is actually kind of bad for Meve because you're going to want her at like the very back right. That way she's resolving after everything else that goes on before her, like spawns and stuff like that. I don't know that it'll hugely be a detriment to her play, but now full test done banners, if played with that same deck, are always going to go to melee. So it kind of does like row lock you a little bit. Priestess is changing. Basically, the one thing she's losing zeal, her automatic zeal, so she has to be inspired. So she has to be boosted in order to gain zeal. And since it's on deploy, she's going to have to. Oh no, I just whenever it's inspired. So you just have to boost her, and then you can play it, I guess. We'll check to see how that works. Is usually you gain zeal on deploy, so it might require it to be pre-boosted. We'll wait and check that one out. Honestly, I find that deck to be very boring to play and to play against. Siege Master is going down from 2 to 1, but it's getting an armor. Fine, it's great then. And the order, I think, is really kind of awesome. Still an awesome card. You're not playing it for the point value on the board. You're playing it because it's a soldier to give you crew, and you're playing it for the thin plus the order. It's just great. Broover is a really cool change. I really like this one. He's gaining an armor for each dwarf in your hand, and then he loses an armor every turn when he does that boost ability. So It's kind of putting a ticking timer on him. With miners now giving 4 armor, it seems like this will be plenty easy to keep, but it's going to be cool. Okay, Saskia Commander is the other one I think that matters. So this was super annoying with Dryad Matrons, for example. They would spawn and then they wouldn't resolve their ability. Now they're going to spawn and resolve their ability. And it really matters most for when it's double Matrons. If it's spawned at the end of the row and nothing else is spawned there, then it's not going to move anyway. But it is annoying, and I'm glad they're going to change that. Vanadine is changing from 6 to 7. He's getting even thicker. Provision changed from 7 to 9. I think that this makes perfect sense. Probably not going to fit Villain Drentenmirth in that deck now. Sultan's Company, spawn 2 rowdy dwarves on allied row. Increase number by dwarves by 1 for Zoltan in your starting deck. Oh, it's no longer giving armor. I was trying to figure out what the difference was here. Man, you have to like memorize every card to do patch notes. I don't take notes on this beforehand. I sometimes look over it a little bit, but that's it. Okay, timer shouldn't make a difference because enemy units don't like enemy stuff doesn't resolve. But you could like put it before things if they're going to do random damage. Maybe if you're doing arena, this will matter for like Herkia. Follow your heart on that. On-crate Longship, tooltip adjusted to specify that only units played by the opponent on their side of the board will receive damage. I guess this will, I guess maybe this was, some people were confused because spies, they felt like should be hit by it, or they were. I don't know that one. Eternal Fire Inquisitor, Leviticus is now timer, and Fire Inquisitor is now timer. Game UI can no longer become interactive. Ambush classification corrected to unit ability to spawning ability. Blah, blah, blah. Just read all that if you care to do it. It's just fixes. Oh, I'm so tired. Wow. That made me a little bit lightheaded, not gonna lie. Super pumped for Tesha Mutna, maybe. But really, there's some cool Nilfgaard stuff I think we can get out of this that we can have some fun with. But I'm really excited for Hengate Sword. And then we'll try out like Villain Drentenmirth and stuff like that. So come hang out with us. As always, I stream on Saturday mornings from 9 to noon because that's the time I have in my life right now. If you want to go watch other people play Gwent, do it. I support all of them. They're great people. Most of them. They're great because they stream Gwent. Until next time, friends, good luck out there. Have some fun. Keep on Gwenting. Bye for now.